All right, baby. I'm live and you're trying to go turn that down in it some. You hear me? You turn it down a little bit. I'm live. I know, just turn it down a little bit, sweetheart. Hey, Josh Book. We're going to do some cooking here today. We haven't done this in a while. We do East Coast cooking. We'll make chili today. So we got some chili beans, different types. Making a big pot of chili. Got some diced tomatoes. I'm going to fry some hamburger up here, some ground beef. Hey, pot of jam. Cows are doing well. Fed them last night. Still got to go out there this evening. The cows are doing well. Yeah, it's a good day for cooking. Good food day for cooking. Yeah, we got some ground beef. There should be a little background music on. Where's that tomato juice, Mom?
What?
Tomato juice?
Bottom shelf.
Bottom shelf. I can't find it. Can you help me? Can you help me out? Oh. You sure? I don't see it. Way in the back. Okay. Found it. Make sure we got everything we can see. I can get this camera set up a little bit higher. Try to make this camera a little bit higher for us. Get this thing set up just right. There we go. Is that better? They're not quite. There we go. That's a better view. That's a better view. So y'all mash that like button if you got a chance. Check out that ground beef. There's some real ground beef there. Tony, you're going to have to pack this other pack up. Got plenty of ground beef. Hey, Brian's World. Hey, Fred. We're going to make chili today. Making chili. Some fresh ground beef here. I'll do that part. Let my wife patty the rest of that up in hamburgers for another day. Then we can get more closer to the stove to see my big belly in the picture. There we go. I got the little better picture. So I don't talk the entire time. Just while I get this stuff going and getting it ready. Making some chili. Chop up an onion here. Get all the stuff that needs to go ahead and go in the pot. I don't have a specific recipe. I just make it from scratch and to taste, and it turns out pretty good. I know what I make. I make chili more than anybody else probably in the family. I just start out with a tomato juice as the base. I add my pinto beans. I do add fresh onions, green peppers, and ground pepper, but as far as the beans and everything goes, I just go with the kidney beans. Joan of Arc, Bush's beans. Mix them up with light red, dark red. With more than one. It seems to work okay for me. So we'll just put that on low, like we normally do. We'll cut up some onions and stuff here in a minute. We'll add the onions and green peppers to the ground beef we have on over here. You can see that ground beef. We'll let it cook for several hours, let it simmer, get it just right. This is the third time I've done East Coast cooking. And it's supposed to make you hungry. The cold weather's here. It's been in the 20s at night, 50s during the day. So it's chili time. Time for some chili. Time for some chili. My kids aren't here, so I can add more beans, which is good because they usually are always saying they don't like the beans. But my wife and I, we like the beans. So we'll add a little, here's some the spicier beans here, Bush spicy chili beans here. Just a little spice. We don't like it real hot. We do like a little bit of zing to it. So there's dark red, light red. We're waiting on the hamburger here to start cooking some. We'll add some onions and green peppers. Add some diced tomatoes. So it's all starting to come together here. It'll be a big old pot of chili. I just usually add about 2 tablespoons of chili powder and a little bit of garlic powder, salt, pepper to taste. I do a lot of my chili to taste. No doubt. Hi, Miss Jamie. Hey, Kevin. We are cooking chili. We're making a big mess of chili. We are making chili. So we put a container of tomato juice. We did the kidney beans, light and red and spicy. We've done a can of diced tomatoes. We're frying some hamburger here, ground beef, 90-10. So I picked up about 3 pounds of hamburger. I'm getting ready to cut up a sweet onion here in front of you. I'll make you cry. So we're just doing some East Coast cooking. Since it's cold weather, it's chili time. I've already got my green peppers from the garden chopped up, and we flash freeze them. So there's the green peppers already chopped up, ready to go. So we put those up all summer long. Then we have them when we're ready. So there's the green peppers. I'll actually cook the onions with the ground beef though. I like to have it cook in with the ground beef. Yeah, it is a Vidalia. Yellow sweet onions, yep. You got it. You got it. Premium sweet onions, it says on this thing. Get one out right now. Nice, big, gorgeous yellow Vidalia sweet onion there. Everybody make a good knife here. Okay. Let me get that older part off. The onion, that first layer. Get this paper and the skin off of it. Throw that all away. Don't put that down your disposal. God, stick the house up. I'll rinse that onion off there real quick. So we got a nice looking onion there. See if we can get something here to start working on this hamburger. This ground round, 90-10. We got a bunch of ground beef for it. My wife likes when I make chili. The only deal I make with her is when I cook, I don't have to clean up the mess. She says, okay. Move some of this burger over. Turn the heat down a little bit on it. And it'll start breaking down here and we'll chop it up real fine. So everybody can chit chat. And we'll make some chili, East Coast style. East Coast chili. And whoever wins the giveaway today, we'll mail them some chili in an envelope. What do you think? We'll let that cook there some more. So I think one time I remember somebody talking about mailing a taco. I'm gonna stand back from this onion so that it doesn't tear me up too bad. You guys don't want to hear me cry or see me cry. Got a big spoon here. Start getting this stuff stirred up and mixed in a little bit. I need a little plate to set my spoons on. So hopefully we have some good looking chili here tonight. like to cut my onions real fine. They cook down pretty good anyways though. Sometimes there's a little bigger piece in there. I cut it across the grain so that it cuts it up real fine anyways. There'll be a few big pieces in there, the pieces I missed. But it breaks up pretty good. Cook that right in there with the hamburger if there's room for it. Can put a handful in there now. There we go. Mix some of them onions, cook into that beef. Give it some good flavor. We'll start salt and peppering it here. Just lightly seasoning it. But I like to cook. I don't follow a whole lot of recipes unless it's something I've never cooked before. Kind of got a photographic memory. Once I do it a couple times, I'm good to go. Drives my wife crazy. I call my wife the iPad cook, but she doesn't cook hardly anything without her iPad in front of her reading the directions, which is fine. It ends up being pretty good. She's following somebody's pretty good recipe typically, but I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants, and I just cook to taste. But it's usually something I've already cooked a few times. A little bit dropped in the pot there. We all smell this beef cooking, guys, and this and gals, and these onions cooking too. Man, they're already starting to smell the kitchen up good. Can you smell it, Mom? Smells good, doesn't it? We're already starting. It's in there, sweetheart. If you want to patty it out there. So Tony, my wife Tony's gonna come in here. There's Bigfoot, Jeff Dunn, Mike Wolf. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. Looking over here at the chat now. I got Miss Tony in here. She's starting to come in and help a little bit. She said no. There we go. She said she's coming in here to patty up some hamburger patties for Sunday chili and burgers, I guess, tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to have chili left over. I like to chop this hamburger up real fine. Cook the onions right in here with it. Cook this thing down. I do add a little bit of sugar before I forget to my chili mix too. I like my mom made homemade tomato juice. She always had some sugar already added to it. So when I use store-bought tomato juice, we did not can tomato juice this year. Tomato crop was tough because of the rain, the heat, had a lot of blight. But it's coming along. It's a lot of burger. A lot of burger, a lot of onion. It's alright. Tastes good. We just want to brown it, because it'll cook still in the chili pot. So we'll let that go there for a little while longer. And stir this up some. See, it's starting to warm up a little bit. Keep it stirred so nothing touches there. Start getting some of our spices out. Here, this container's empty. We can use that. A little bit of sugar. Have to add a little bit of oil in there too, Mom. Since that ground beef's so thin. Put a little pepper on this, a little black pepper. A little bit of salt. Okay. We're still cooking, Mom. Go over and check the chat here a little bit while it's cooking here. So let me turn this burger a little bit more so nothing gets too browned on the bottom. I think there's enough water in here. It's not letting that happen, but we want to get the stuff that needs to cook a little bit more to the bottom too. I like to chop the burger up real fine. Some people like it chunky. The Chadwick household likes the ECP household likes it chopped up real fine. So we'll chop that burger up real fine. Makes it easier to cook too that way. So we're just browning burger and onions. Got a lot of other stuff in here. So let's start digging out the chili powder and the spices. So we'll let that cook a little bit more. See what everybody's saying in the chat. I'll take hamburger with onions and put some on bread. There you go, Jeff Dunn. Guess you all got to take care. Hey, thanks, Sherry Ward. Have a good day and a safe day and a wonderful day. There you go, Bigfoot. Add a little bit of mustard seeds and some bearded chili. Add some zest and zing. I got the beer. I don't know if I got the mustard seed. Don't know about the mustard seed. Oh my. Got a little bit of everything in here. Cilantro, oregano. There's some garlic powder. A little bit of Mrs. Dash is always good. Got a little bit of everything in there. Steak and burger seasoning. And we'll leave chili powder directly on the hamburger too. So that should be good for now, the chili powder. If it's not enough, we'll add some more later. Try not to overdo the chili powder too much. I like to cook some into the meat. But everybody makes their stuff different. A little bit of garlic powder. Then Mrs. Dash. All right. What's for supper? Ground beef chili. It's like a ground round actually here because it's the good stuff. It's the 90-10. I'm going to turn a lot of it over here. It's already starting to brown. I will get rid of any of the pinkness to it. And we'll go ahead and add it to the chili. Get it all chopped up well. See any bigger pieces in there. Still cooking. This will add a lot of the good seasoning and the fats to it for the chili. So it's coming on pretty good. See what everybody in the chat's saying. Need to fix me something cold to drink. May have to add a little beer there for Bigfoot. Hey Fred, I bet you can't smell it in Arkansas. Hey, Brian already put that in when we started out with the beans. There's one can. We've already put 3 cans in there. We put some diced tomatoes in there. Probably add a little bit of elbow macaroni here at the end. The kids always like a little bit of noodles in there also in their chili, believe it or not. But yeah, we already added the onions, green peppers, diced tomatoes, chili beans. We're just getting the ground beef grounded up right now. But yeah, we're already done with the beans. There's plenty of beans in there. Plenty of beans in there. My wife just set different ones out, seeing what kind I wanted. There's more diced tomatoes up here in the cabinet. A little bit of everything. This ground beef's just about ready to go in the pot. We can turn it over a little bit more. It's chopped up, not too fine. Probably fine enough. Hey Tony, you want to invite Blake and Mackenzie, the kids, over? Or you want to invite Mackenzie over? All right. Well, I think there's going to be chili tomorrow too. So everybody in my channel, you're welcome to come to ECP's house for chili tonight. Need my prep. Hey Tony, you get my food prep license. Misplaced Yoper girl needs to see my license. Hang on a second. Let me get it. Especially if you're coming over to eat. Let's see. There it is. There's my license. There's my food prep license. She didn't think I had one, did she? She didn't think I had one. There's my food prep license. So we've already cut up our onions. We got our fresh ground pepper from the garden this year. Miss Amy needed to see it. Hey, Fred. So we got 11 people in the chat. You're watching, so everybody mash that like button if you can. And a bowl of that there chili. All right, fine. No fines for you today. Oh, good. Tony, no fines. She saw the license, no fines. Yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and put this hamburger is done. Look at this, guys. Can you all see that? Look at the goodness in that. The onions, the ground beef, East Coast cooking, ECP cooking. Well, we're going to fill this pot up. Check it out, guys and gals. Man, that's some good stuff. Oh, we got to get every little bit out of there. Turn that burner off and feel the heat coming. Oh my gosh, Tony, look at this stuff. Mrs. ECP is going to enjoy this with some nice, I like Townhouse crackers. Most people like Ritz crackers. I'm a Townhouse person myself. My mom likes club crackers. My wife likes probably a little bit of everything there. You like Townhouse or Ritz better, Mom? Townhouse, she's a Townhouse. She's been married to me too long. Oh, this turned out just the right amount. Not too little, not too much. Wait till you guys see this chili. I'll pick up the iPad. Well, I guess you can see it, can't you? Looks like they can see it pretty good. Now that it's up to the top. There, they can see it there. I've tilted a little bit. Still got a lot of stirring to do here. A lot of reds and greens and beef. This thing's looking good. We'll add a little more seasoning here to it. I'm sure it needs a little bit more chili powder. That should do it. There we go. Man, it's good looking chili. Can y'all smell that? I think it was Fred or somebody said they could smell it in Arkansas. I bet you one or two of you or more of you make chili tonight now. See if I can show it to them. Hate to pick that up though. See if I can pick this up and let you see it good. There we go. Everybody see the chili? 14 people in the house, 11 likes. We're making some ECP chili. Saltines, absolutely, with butter. So I guess the spoon's going to float up. Wooden spoon. No plastic here. So you guys get to see that. There you go. So get a little bit more of that going on. So to go over what we put in here, put a can of tomato juice, 3 cans of kidney beans, but they were the light, the dark red, and the spicy Bush brand. I think there might have been a Joan of Arc can in there for the dark red. We added 1 large sweet Vidalia onion, yellow onion, sweet Vidalia onion. We added some already chopped and diced up green peppers from my garden this year. A can of diced tomatoes. And a little bit of sugar, some seasoning. Sometimes if the burgers doesn't have enough oil, we'll add a little bit of oil to it, but it looked like the burger had enough there when we put it in here. So we're going to put a lid on here and turn the heat down here a little bit. Let it cook for a couple hours, and we'll taste it and we'll see if it needs any more seasoning to it. If it needs some more seasoning, we'll come back and season it up a little bit. And we'll get what this household likes is these. This is the ECP family cracker of choice. And that's that butter tasting cracker. I gotta read the chat here now. Missing a lot of the chat. All right. We have a wood burning stove, cook stove we use during the heating season. I leave the chili on to simmer. So good. The ECP chili looks delicious. Well, thank you, Miss Jamie. And Bigfoot says, I would make my way over there with fry bread, but I would probably eat all along the way, and more than likely, you would drunk all the beer up before I could get there, ECP. You're right. I need a cold beer right now. I'm going to probably get me a Mick Ultra here in just a second. Bye all. Got to go clean up the sticks and branches out of the yard. You'd rather be making chili. Well, you know what, Miss Jamie, when you get done, you can always come back and start a pot of chili. You saw how quick we did this one. Doesn't take long if you got the fixings. Roy and Becky's Travels. And hey, Roy and Becky, anybody in here watching that hasn't subscribed yet, please smash that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on your alerts. We got Amy, our cooking license. Mike Wolf in the house. Thank you for Mike for being here. Might have to turn this down a little bit. It's starting to simmer a little too much. You don't want to burn anything on the bottom. So we'll stir that up. It looks pretty good, Mrs. ECP. Miss Tony. Look at that. Look at that stuff. Wow. This looks like Christmas time. Red tomatoes, green peppers, nice onions. Now something my kids have us do is add a little bit of elbow macaroni at the end. You don't want to put it in early, but the kids sure do like some noodles in their chili. That's always worked out pretty good. See if I can find a lid for this. So there's the lid. Rinse it off. Always rinse off the pots and the lids after they've been in the cupboard there anyways. There's the chili lid. There we go. Turn it down a little bit more because the lid's on it. So we'll let it simmer for another hour or two. Should be good to go. Yeah, what is fry bread? Oh, I don't know if mine's yummier, but it's something that everybody in my family likes me to make, and this is the first time this year. We went to Sam's Club today. I tried to go live in Sam's. That didn't work too well. There wasn't much signal. So, Bigfoot, just for you, I'm going to try your suggestion. I'm always open. Splash of beer. Stir it up. So, that was a suggestion by Bigfoot. I don't have any mustard seed. But I just did a splash of Michelob Ultra in there. Let's see what it makes it taste like. I'm sure it's not enough to do anything besides give it a little flavor. I'm sure that alcohol's going to cook off too. There we go. Now I get to drink the rest. Diet beer, yeah. Mick Ultra, low carbs. You see a big beer gut on me, I got to drink a Mick Ultra. Yes, we do add some noodles at the end. The kids like it. My godfather, Joe Curtis, he taught me that. Just add a handful of macaroni, elbow macaroni noodles at the end. You know, maybe 15 minutes before you serve it. It only takes about, 7-10 minutes for pasta to soften up and be al dente. Chili with noodles is spaghetti. Yeah, he just throws a few handfuls in there for the kids. And they like it. It's like a chili mac, right? He just puts a few noodles in the chili. It actually turns out really good. You guys should try it. To me, I thought it sounded terrible and awful, and it's actually really good. It's nice to have a little bite of a noodle in there. It kind of soaks up the chili and stuff. It's pretty good. My wife makes a white chicken chili. Yes. Yes. D&D. Beach Bandits. Thank you, by the way. I got your stickers and everything, D&D. I love them. Great one. But my wife makes an unbelievably great white chicken chili, just like what you're talking about. Probably the same recipe. Or probably pretty close to it. And yeah, but they eat it all up. It usually never makes it past the first night. You're right. 3-4 bowls of that stuff and it's gone. I do not make the white chicken chili. Hey, sounds good, Amy. You have a good one. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate you coming in. Here, this drink's for you, Miss Amy. There we go. Cheers to Miss Amy. Nap doesn't sound too bad while this simmers. What is Salante? Salante? Stacking Silverwood D. I'm not sure what you're typing there, my friend. Irish for cheers. Oh, I got you. Didn't know that. I learned something. You taught me something, my friend. Or Gaelic. Well, now I know. Did I pronounce it right? Saying Salante? Pretty neat. Yes, well, we got my wife sometimes, a little tradition for her family, they'll do chili and peanut butter sandwiches. It's actually pretty good. And I never thought it would be any good, but they cut up little squares of white bread peanut butter sandwiches and eat it with their chili. And it actually is pretty good. It's something I never grew up with. But I do like my townhouse crackers. There you go. A lot of it's, the neat things like this is he got a lot of things that people can try and look and do. So let's stir the chili a little bit more. Might need to turn it down just a bit more. This lid on there is really getting it to cook some. Wow, it's a good looking pot of chili. Let's see if we can take another picture of it for you all. So let's see if we can raise it up here and let everybody see it again. So there we go. There's the chili. A lot of ground beef. You see the green peppers. Spoon starting to float to the top. It's a wooden spoon. So we got some nice chili fixings on. I can get that sitting back up there. There we go. You should smell this stuff, guys. It smells amazing. Might have to just taste a little bit of it. See how the seasoning's like. Get me a big spoon here. We'll see if we got the seasoning right on the chili sauce. Get a little piece of hamburger in there with it. So I'm gonna go over by the sink and blow on it till it gets cool. Don't feel like burning my taste buds. Well, needs more spice. Needs more chili powder. A little bit of oh yeah, that's looking a little better there. See if I can find anything else we're missing here. I'll have to get up here and look. See what other kind of spices we got up in here. If there's anything else that would help us. I need a little bit more salt. My salt shaker's empty. So I'm looking for the salt. That's what I'm looking for. Because the salt shaker is empty. So I'm going to have to get the salt out. Fill up the shaker. Mom, you got some salt? Hey, Tony.
What?
Where's the salt at?
It's up over top of the stove.
Up over top? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's fill up the salt shaker. She found it. Salt shaker's empty. So you can tell my wife's the one that does the cooking. She knows where everything's at. I cook maybe once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. She likes when I cook, though, I can tell you that. She does like that. So we're filling up the salt shaker. Here we go. I think when I salted it before, there wasn't any salt in the shaker. All right. This is a big old pot of chili, I'll tell you that.
I know
So we'll get it all stirred and mixed in good together. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Where's the cooking oil at, Mom? A little bit of cooking oil. Alright, and they got ground beef was a little bit lean. There we go. Now it's looking good. To taste it now. Let's simmer and cook some more. So I always cook my chili to taste. And I always remember less is more. And I can always add a little bit more. And that way it usually comes out pretty good. So I don't over season it. And I just keep adding to where I get the right taste. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Let's let it simmer a while. I need just a little bit more chili powder there. It's not very spicy. We might get a little bit of. See, we got a little bit of hot sauce to add to it. Just a little dash or two of hot sauce in here. That should do it. That'll give it a little bit of zing. A little bit of zing. I'm big about cooking to taste. So let's let that simmer. Cook all those flavors and spices in it. Come back and stir it once or twice more. Then we'll taste test it too again and see where we are at chili wise. Especially when you're using canned stuff. You never know how much salt, how much pepper, how much spices are in it. So I always go easy to start with. Then add as I go along, because when you're using canned stuff too to make chili, you never know what you're getting. Now, you can dice up some jalapenos. Actually, Mike, I didn't do it this time, but right here, I'll occasionally add some of this Rotel diced tomatoes and green chilies in there, and that adds a little more kick to it. But the problem is sometimes the kids won't eat it. I spice it up too much, so I've got that on the back burner. If it's still not got enough zing to it, that can very well may go in there.
I've got just green chilies if you'd rather have that.
You got green chilies by themselves?
Yes.
Well, that's fine. Either one will work fine. But we can add that can too. Let's see how it cooks out here and see what it tastes like afterwards.
Dad's making a big old pot of it. So there's plenty.
Big old pot of chili on East Coast cooking live. And it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So see, we got, what, 8 people in the chat? What's everybody getting into today? Some even add chocolate. Marries both and smooths the kick. Really?
Exactly.
I've never added chocolate. Some even add chocolate that marries the broth and smooths out the kick. Now I've got some Hershey's chocolate syrup, but I don't know if I want to go out there on a limb on that.
They had a one-day sale. They had a big bunch of stuff on sale.
I got you, Fred Carson.
They had it.
Yeah, you just got, my thing with chili is I don't get in a hurry. Something I do on a weekend, and I don't have, I know what my primary ingredients are. And then I cook to taste. I continue to add a little bit here and there because you just don't know, depending on what kind of, say, beans you put in there. Some of them already got chili sauce added to them. Tomato sauces and different things. Even the tomato juice. And I usually just cook to taste. How good your ground beef tastes, your onions. It all, like you said, it just marries together. And I always think you can always add a little bit more, but you can't take it out. So I just slow my roll and add it gradually. It ends up being usually a pretty daggone good bowl of chili when you get done with it. People usually, let's put it this way, no, there's never any leftovers. Thanks, Roy and Becky. Thanks for coming in. If y'all haven't mashed that like button, please do. Well, I wonder what Mike Wolf is doing today. Mike Wolf, what are you getting into? What kind of trouble are you getting into, Mike Wolf? I'd like to know what Mike Wolf's doing today. Oh, about half done with that beer. Oh. So this looks like it's still percolating. The chili's still percolating. It's looking good. Turn the heat back up a little bit. So it'll keep on simmering. I'm going to get that spoon and taste test it again. Once I get it just right, I just leave it alone. Don't mess with it anymore. Just let it simmer for an hour or two. Come back with some sour cream and some shredded cheese, and maybe sometimes some chopped up green onions, and those butter crackers or townhouse crackers, and a cold beer, or even a glass of milk. And we're going to try this here. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's getting there. I know what it needs. It needs just a little secret ingredient. Needs a little handful of sugar. It's got the spice right. Just need a little sweetness added to it. That'll be just right. Just a touch. And that should perfect. That should marry it out just right. I think we're there. Miss ECP, you want to come here and taste this? Let you taste this. I added just a little bit of sugar there.
Let me see.
Get a spoon there. Get your spoon. Get your clean spoon. Eat it over this first. It's looking really good. Smells good. Now remember, it'll be better after it simmers another hour or two.
It looks good.
It does look real good, doesn't it? There you go.
That's good.
That good?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about right. All right, guys, we got her about where think we got her dialed in. We're going to let her simmer. Mrs. ECP, give it the thumbs up. So I think we're just about there. So now it's cold beer time. Milo, where you at? Everybody want to see how Milo's doing. Come here, Miles. Come here. Won't get him too close to the food. Lid's on it. So Milo, say hi, Milo. Milo, say hi to the YouTube. There's Milo, guys. Milo says, chili time. Chili time. There you go, Milo. There's the star of YouTube in the ECP household. All right. You guys got to see Milo. That's a Mrs. ECP taste test. That's right. Some THC oil. That'll make you hungry, right? No trouble. Lost some of the zest by day one, so I'm waiting for a friend to get here to weld on a new one. Milo taste test. He would. Hey, Milo. Milo, Milo. Yeah. Hey, stacking stuff. We made chili. So we made chili. We just finished up and we got it simmering. I'll let you take a look at it, stacking stuff. So we got a big pot of chili here. Mrs. ECP just came in and gave it the rubber stamp. So here's what we got. So there's the chili. So now we got it on simmer. And we are just cooking it up. Let this stuff cook and get just right. Maybe about an hour from now, we should be having some good stuff here. So we had a big can of tomato juice. We had a can of diced tomatoes. We added 3 cans of kidney beans, 1 light, 1 dark red, and 1 spicy. Large yellow Vidalia onion. A cut up couple of green peppers from the garden. We'd already had cut up and put in flash frozen. We're going to add a few elbow macaroni noodles here at the very end before we serve it. And everything else is good there, but chili powder, a little garlic powder, salt, pepper, everything to taste. A little bit of white sugar there to sweeten it up a little bit. Everything basically just to taste there. A little Mrs. Dash here and there. Bigfoot got us to add a little bit of beer. We had a splash of beer in there for a little zing. And so far it's all turned out pretty good. A little bit of hot sauce in there. And so yeah, it's coming out pretty good. It actually tastes pretty doggone good. So we kept adding seasoning, so we just got it just right the way we like it to taste. We always can add a little bit more. So our rule here making chili is we make it from scratch. We don't have a set recipe, but we just keep cooking to taste. And we add small amounts until we get it just right. And cornbread is a great idea. We may just do that. Add some cornbread here. And we like sweet cornbread, but we can do that. That won't take long, but we're probably going to let this simmer for about an hour. So it's coming along pretty good. So how long have we been streaming now? For almost an hour, 58 minutes. We got 17 likes. House, 7 in the house. Somebody we're dropping off. We like Townhouse crackers. We like Michelob Ultra for a cold beer. We gotta watch my carbs. I already got big enough beer belly. And we're just having some fun with some good friends and some cold beer and some chili and crackers. We have to go feed some cows here in a little bit. Sure, the cows are getting hungry. May run out here to the farm and feed in a little bit. But what is everybody gonna have for dinner tonight? You gotta let me know now. So I showed you we're having chili. What's everybody else fixing tonight for dinner? Any ideas? Is everybody gonna go start fixing chili? You're eating crackers without chili, Mike Wolf said. Nothing wrong with that. I love a good cracker. Chicken and dumplings. Oh, that sounds really good, Fred Carson. Making a roast on a grill here in about an hour. Oh, stacking stuff. That sounds really good too. Man, we got some good food being fixed out here on YouTube in our community tonight. Got some chicken and dumplings, some chili. Baked chicken, mashed taters, green beans for dinner. Oh, Mike, that sounds good too. You guys all eat good. They're all eating good. I'll be eating on this all weekend. Back and forth. D&D Beach Bunch loves me some cornbread. Pasta butter. That's too funny, Bigfoot. That's too funny. Yeah, I've got some cornbread meal here. Pick this up in Amish country. And we make our cornbread in the ECP household from scratch. So just so you know, there's the cornbread fixings. So we can fix that a little later. We like our cornbread to come out hot right before we eat chili. Michael was out of propane cooking in the grill. But yeah, I like my fresh ground cornmeal. I like to make some good cornbread. Make it a little bit sweet. Some people like it sweet, some don't. Hey, but guys and gals, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go out and feed the cows. Or if you're potted jam and you're on the other side of the big pond, the coes, C-O-E-S. If you are in on that stream, you get the joke. But I'm probably going to go ahead and sign out, guys and gals. Just want to tell everybody, thanks for tuning in. ECP cooking on a Saturday with a big fresh pot of chili. Just saying, thanks for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Love to have some new viewers. Love to have everybody turn their notifications on. So hey, ECP with a quick ECP cooking hour on a Saturday. Saying hello and thank you to all my good friends. I truly appreciate you tuning in. You guys have a blessed day. ECP, over and out.